My name is Tom Nicholson, and I'd like to welcome you to this program on Phonics in Action. This course covers essential concepts for teaching phonics. It helps you to develop your own style of teaching phonics. The goal is to develop your skills so that you can continue to grow over the years and come back to this course again and again. Phonics is powerful. Research indicates that if you've got a good understanding of phonemic awareness and phonics, it does affect you in a positive way. Your self-concept as a teacher. Knowledge in depth about phonics and phonemic awareness makes you feel that you can make changes, that you can help every pupil in the class, that a successful classroom is something you can achieve. The overall objective of the program is to help every teacher, from newbie teachers to the more seasoned teachers, to add those new skills. So, some suggestions: pace yourself, move slowly. You can always revisit the lessons that you want to review. You can work at whatever pace you like. If you have any questions, you can always email me. So over the next several sessions, I'm going to take you through the core ideas for teaching phonics in the classroom. Each lesson will cover a specific idea that I want you to think about and absorb. Each concept will have text notes to explain it, and usually a demonstration from me about how to teach it. There are many ways of teaching phonics, but the goal is to set you up so that you can respond immediately to an issue and teach it well. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfection is great, but we can be overwhelmed if we want everything to be perfect. The process is the important part. Knowing what you want to achieve, more than the product. If you want to try some of the phonics lessons with one or two students as we go through the course, please do that. If you video or audio record the lesson with permission of the parents and students, you can send it to me for feedback. It's optional, of course, just a suggestion. The course is self-directed, so you can work at your own pace, but designed as a course that you would take once a week. In some videos, we might refer back to previous weeks. The videos, well, you can stop and start at your own pace. It's really up to you. So what are the skills that you're going to have at the end of the course? Well, you'll know the important phonics skills to teach. That's the first thing. You'll know how to teach the foundations of reading, how to build a solid structure of phonics knowledge for each subject that should see them through to about an 11, 12-year-old level of reading. And secondly, you'll know how to see and simplify. You'll be able to look at assessment data on a student's reading, and you'll just know where you're going to have to start and where to finish. How to identify the important things, to reduce the complexity, to focus on the key phonics strategies that they need for success. And thirdly, you'll have the confidence to take that student with you so that they're confident as well. To be skillful at teaching phonics, you need to practice. So try to practice teaching some phonics every day. If there's no one to teach, imagine you're a pupil and teach yourself. If you want feedback, email me. Happy to mentor you. The essential things that you need that the course will provide: 1, assessment measures. The course includes measures of phonemic awareness, alphabet knowledge, basic decoding skills. We'll cover all these in the course. And second, we'll provide teaching materials. There's a small phonics handbook that will go with the course. It's got the lessons that you need. They will include transcripts of videos that will cover all the ideas in the course so that you have a thorough understanding. Third, some teaching charts will be there. We'll provide those with lists of words that fit the basic phonics rules. The course will provide all of that. For example, we'll provide a scope and sequence chart to follow when you're teaching phonics, a chart that has the 26 letter sounds, charts that teach the other letter sounds to cover all 44 sounds of English. That's going to include your consonant blends, your consonant digraphs, your long vowel sounds. Other charts will cover syllable breaking strategies, silent letters, the morpheme structures of Latin and Romance, Greek words. Fourth, this is not in the course, but it's worth investing in a whiteboard, like 500 by 400 mils wide, just for teaching reading on a one-to-one basis or in small groups. And finally, this is also not in the course, but it is worth investing in some decodable books to get started with reading. You need to take this course. Every class has students who excel in reading, but also students who struggle. And no teacher wants to have children who struggle, yet many teachers don't know what to do with them except try to keep them happy. The course will teach those strugglers to read. The secret to their success will be to learn phonics. There is no other better way. This course teaches you how to do that. That's why you must take it. It's a different course in that I'm not sure teachers always know the nature of the reading process. Learning to read it's only partly like learning to pass a netball or kick a soccer ball. It's more than that. It's a cognitive process. It's not just a bunch of words to memorize. Students need to be able to recognize and spell more than 50,000 words before they leave high school. That's way too many to memorize. When students think reading is memorizing, guessing words from context, they'll go off track. It's just not like that. They've got to learn to decode. To decode well, students need to know how English works. That English language, it's like a pyramid. It's got layers of language with its history. Each layer has got its own decoding patterns. The main layers are the Anglo-Saxon words at the bottom, then in the middle, the Latin Romance words, and then at the top, the Greek words. There are a lot of phonics programs out there, but often they don't teach decoding rules with a sense of why they exist or why they're part of a bigger decoding system. Children learn rules like when two vowels go walking, the first vowel does the talking. But this rule only works sometimes. Often it doesn't work at all. And it doesn't explain anything logical. I mean, why are they walking? Why is only one of them talking? Students need something that makes more sense. And it's the same in spelling. In many places, students memorize 20 words each week, but they forget many of them the next week. They're learning pieces of the jigsaw, but they just don't know what they're constructing with those pieces. Phonics in the modern classroom has got to be more than that. Students need to understand the big picture of English, the layers, the code for each layer. When they read and spell, they need to look for structure, coherence. They've got to have a sense of direction, like they're building this giant Lego structure in their minds that will help them to decode anything. Having a clear idea of where they're going. So the objectives are, 1, we're going to provide a practical course for teachers. 2, we're going to cover all the phonics skills needed to read. 3, going to encourage diagnostic assessment. If the students aren't learning, those assessments will tell us what we have to change. 4th, we're going to explain the research on phonics. And 5th, we're going to explain how phonics is part of the science of reading. Parents often find out that their child is having problems after the child's already been at school for several years. And it's because sometimes it's not clear even to the teachers that the child's having real difficulty. That's why the bad news often comes late and unexpectedly. Parents then want to help, but often they don't know what to do. So this program will give strategies that teachers can explain to parents to help them get their child back on track. Parents lead very busy lives, but if they can make time, they may want to take the course themselves. Anyway, that's enough for me. Time to get going. Hope you enjoy this course. It will improve your phonics teaching. It's great to have you here. Have fun.